Hello everyone, it's AvidGamer0 here, and TJ's here as well. We're on the Avant 3 server, and just kind of chilling out, and I'm gonna make some power generation. First I want to show off what I've done since last episode. So I've kind of finished moving in here pretty much. We have a tree farm here. TJ had a generator there and then left, and took it. He's living now in that little spire you kind of see there. We'll check that out probably a little bit, but I'm gonna get started on this. Things I've done in the house, chunk loaded it all, and over here I went ahead, nice, and made a second Stirling generator with an octadic capacitor because I've been using up a huge amount of power, and obviously I need some power generation. And I have this set up, this lever here, and this leads all the way over to here, which is a farm for all the crops that I need. So I'm using a farming station and an imaginary time block, and that thing took a while to create, so, but at the same time we make so much ore of whatever we need now, it's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and just check out how much steel we got. Steel, so it's making steel essence, it's bringing it all back in there slowly but surely. So here we got our steel essence, and that makes the ingots. So now, we're going to use a lot of the steel ingot stuff to make our generator. So I decided to do a diesel generator. So in order to do that, we need a few things. We're going to need a squeezer, which is a multi-block with 6 steel scaffolding, 2 fluid pipes, redstone blocks, all that stuff. So I'll go ahead and jump back as soon as we finish making all of those things. Alright, we are back, and so I went ahead and placed down the blocks in hopefully the order that we need. Yes, it looks like we've made our squeezer. Awesome. I'm not sure how it works. I know it needs power, though. So we're going to have to run it. I think it goes right onto there, though, and we might just be able to tap in from right there. I'm not positive. We're definitely going to need to run quite a bit more power all throughout the base. You might be wondering, how did I do that? I just followed this little diagram here. You can actually just go layer by layer if you want to see how it builds up. So that's pretty cool. So next we're going to need the fermenter. Alright, so what do we need for this? So we're going to need steel scaffolding, light engineering block, cauldron, and iron sheet metal to be made. The rest of it I have. So yep, I'll be back again when I make that. Alright, we are back again, and so now it's time to make the next one. Oh, forgot the hammer again. It keeps coming back in whenever I make something like sheet metal or whatever. Hammer, there we go. Okay, and go ahead and click it. Boop. There we go. I went ahead and made a block into the ground just so we had a little bit more room to work with, like this little redstone thing. I don't know if actually it really mattered at all, but I put it there. But now the next thing is the, let's see, refinery. Alright, so this is a big one, much larger. So for that we're gonna need, as it says right there, what we need. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, so I'm not sure where we want to put that so it doesn't get in the way of anything, but I think just maybe right in front here. 1, 3. I probably should have done this like outside or its own area or something. But I think this will fit it just perfectly in right here, right? It's only 3 long. Yep. So let's go ahead and just put it there. If we need to move it, that's fine. We can move all of these later. Alright, so I decided I wanted to place one down just on camera, because I thought that would just be a good idea. So I kind of already started, but just go ahead and place this all down just kind of according to the book. I think this is all fluid pipes in the middle, so that's awesome. Okay, and now, okay, so now that we've done that, oh, is that a light one on the top? I think that was a light engineering on the top. Let's see. Nope, back down, back down. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that is a light one on the top, not a heavy. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit. There we go. Okay. And then the next thing is another heavy and another light. And it looks like this entire area is covered in steel scaffolding. Light, Heavy and steel scaffolding we'll definitely need. Or not steel scaffolding, iron sheet metal. That's what it is. It looks kind of similar. Or not even really. It just, I don't know. Let's go ahead and place that down here and here. And then I think it was a redstone thing here. I think. Let's check. Okay, so we got redstone. Perfect. Okay. And then it looks like we just fill at the top with this. So that is kind of in the way of this, but I don't think that matters. I think most of the input is in the back for that other machine. So let's see. Oop, there we go. Alright, so we got our refinery. And last thing we're gonna make is the diesel generator. So let's go ahead and find that. I think that one's under heavy machine. No, this would be under generators. Diesel generator. Okay. And so this is obviously a very big thing. We're gonna want this in a room of its own, probably. So that's the ingredients. We will be back when we make it. Alright guys, so it looks like we have the generator built. It might have needed one more block, not there. Over one from that. So let's see. There? Let's see. So we got... Okay, so it looks like a star more like. So the 3 blocks shouldn't be there. It should be right next to it. Yeah, that's fine. It's just a steel. Bit of steel. I'll grab it. There we go. Okay. That should have been it. Oh, there we go. We just gotta click in the right area and it works. Maybe the TPS is bad. So this is our main generator, and it takes biodiesel, which we don't have any of, because we gotta make it. So let's go ahead and just grab some, just some seeds, I think would work pretty well. Actually, we have a lot of hemp seeds, don't we? Yes, we have a huge amount of those, the industrial hemp seeds. Okay, so we're gonna need to run power to this, but the squeezer, we're gonna stick some of those seeds in, and then we should be getting just buckets of it. So let's go ahead and get some RF cooking. Let's see, from the LV wire things. And we have all of the wires on us, so we're fine there. I'm probably gonna need to make some of that, some more of that. That should just go right here just fine, right? I think so. I don't know if it'll reach this, though. Oh, it did. Okay. Sweet. And I got an achievement for it. Cool. Is that not where it goes, though, I guess? So otherwise it should be generating, I think. I might need to read up on exactly how it works. Oop, freeze. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and clear out around it so that we can just see. It could have been one of these side ports. This for another block, so it's not that. I swear they all look like that, though. So, oh, you know what? It's not going to get power if this is connected. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and disconnect this block right here. I don't want power going to this right now. It's very expensive, and I just want to run the one machine. Alright, so let's see if it's working. It looks like it is. It's moving. Yeah, and it took quite a few seeds, and it's using up RF. And there we go, we got plant oil. So let's go ahead and get a bucket, actually. I think that'll be enough. Bucket. There we go. See if that'll be enough. We also need some more of those LV wire connectors, I think. There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this all out ourselves. So I think we just set the bucket there. There we go, plant oil bucket. Sweet, and so now with that, we either need the fermenter or refiner. I think we need this one first. Let's go ahead and stick another wire coil to this relay. That should be getting power now. And let's stick the plant oil bucket in there. See if this is what we need to do or not. I'm not You know what? It might be the other one we need first. I am not quite sure. I do not remember. This one, though, I think the only power is on its back side. So we might need to run another relay to get to it. Let's go ahead and grab those relays. Perfect. Okay, so I think if we set here, and then connect this to up here. There we go. Okay, so that's getting power now. Wow, this is a lot of things in here. I'm not sure exactly what one goes where. Let's just stick the plant bucket in to one of these. You know? I'm going to research just real quickly on how to do this exactly. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I've finished kind of making everything. So we got our diesel generator. I figured out how to put the stuff into the thing. So it turns out you gotta use fluid pipes. So you gotta pipe it out. One goes onto this side, the other one goes onto this side, and then I'm running some fluid piping through the floor right now into this dark tank, which is then going into the diesel generator, which doesn't have a GUI, which is kind of weird. So I found out we're using 1024 RF per, or 1020 RF per tick to just this stuff right here. I turned off that. If not, it still wasn't that much, as much as we're about to make. So what I've done, I'm actually just gonna wait for this to completely drain out, and I'm gonna show you how fast this new diesel generator is, and then we're probably gonna want to hook it up. But so that's it. Now we're using, get 0 RF in there. All right. So we got our old capacitor bank. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this fully charged capacitor bank and just set that out of there. But let's just see this real quick. Look at how much RF per tick we're making. A 4096? That is ridiculous. Look at this. Just how fast this bar moves up. Like, that's a lot of RF per tick, alright? And we're just storing all that biodiesel in there because it's just making it here and it's just full. And it's just making backlogs of stuff, so. I did have to make some more potatoes and seeds. I'm actually just going to use the regular wheat seeds because they're easier to get, as well as this stuff is potatoes. That wasn't very hard to do either, so it just keeps generating, sending the fluids to each of that. That makes biofuel. Biofuel makes this thing tick and charge up super fast. So I'm going to go ahead and place this capacitor bank down. This is from the old base, so I probably want to put something back, but now I can keep continuing to do whatever it's doing. It's just generating a surplus of all this biodiesel. I want to hide this probably, but for the moment I kind of want to leave it out because it is kind of cool. But I could almost do it all on its own building, so I might need to just remake it outside and then make its own building for it. But overall, I think that's really cool. It's a little bit loud. I might want to put a muffler near it too, but boom, it's full. Like, that's just so fast. And it stops generating as soon as it's full. And then we could go set that over there and exchange or whatever, but I think I'm just gonna send power straight from here over to here. But I can do that off camera. This is just MV wire relays. I might want to use HV power just because it generates so much RF per tick. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe for more. You might notice I'm going through these things really quick, and they're pretty complicated. I'm gonna break everything down in my single player buttons mod pack series. This series, I just want to get stuff done, show like some cool things that we're doing with it, and you know, stuff like that. So it's gonna be kind of a boom 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 type of series. This pack mostly has magical stuff, so I might want to start doing some of that later. I think Botania would be next on our list starts. So other than that, I guess I promised to look at TJ's base too, so that is over this way to the spire thing. TJ's actually in his base right now. Yeah, he's got a tree up here. But yeah, he's been doing Botania with this grid power and some of this stuff. That imaginary time block I found out actually works with Botania power generation, like with the endo flames. As long as your thing can support going that fast. But yeah, he's got this going. He's got some iron crops. I think he borrowed those from me, and he's just growing his own now. Looks like he's making another level for Evilcraft and integrated dynamics. I don't know what that is, but he's definitely working on Evilcraft right now, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, I'm gonna ask him to say bye. All right, TJ, you're on camera. What do you have to say for your base?
It's you know, it's a spire of you know, non-beautifulness.
Non-beautifulness. What?
I mean, besides the Botania flowers, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you do. So. Oi.
Yep. So he's got his full RF thing as well set up. He's using these wind generators, and they're also powering our wood farm, which we're both using. We set up an ender chest in the middle of that somewhere. I think it's missing an axe right now, if I had to guess. Yeah, that or the output's full. I don't know. Or it's just glitched.
I put an axe in it. So
there's no axe in there anymore, and I can't put a diamantine one in there, so. Lumber axe I can. I don't know if it'll work. Oh, it did. Hey, it took my axe out. Yeah, well, it mined a whole bunch and its repair material is cobble, so you can see it definitely works. That's cool. Maybe we'll have to make it a system where it'll automatically find the axe. I don't know if you can repair things in Tinkers for free or not, but yeah, maybe that'll be a project after we start some Botania next episode. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe for more, and we'll see you all next time. Take care.
Goodbye.